competition and the drive. It's like you're seeing the competition in purest form.
I'm sorry about that last clip too. Also,
What if somebody's like, "Yo, bro,
so
yo, you want to fight?" And the next thing you know, they're like
you know that
stretching
last
their
clip is
legs,
muted.
like they're like
Also,
slap-
Goku said,
yeah,
So,
like
I know I gotta fix that.
beat your ass, boy. Matter of fact, I'm like, all right, bet.
Like,
Okay.
like
Okay. Boom. Nah, that's disrespectful. If we're talking about in the context of street fighting, yes, I do think boxing is good. But in my case, I would probably go with the jiu-jitsu because a majority of just regular street
Our fights are gonna go to grab, so I might as well know how to grab and like hurt you.
Not even just that, but I was gonna say the opposite. A lot of people that fight in the streets are mostly brawler types that fight only with their hands. So it's like, exactly, if I went kickboxing or jiu-jitsu, I'm fighting in a dimension that you're not even used to. All your fighting experience is mostly hand-to-hand brawling type.
Spinning back fists. Who's thinking of throwing like certain things, a flying knee? Imagine somebody throws a flying knee in a real fight. You would not want to fight that dude anymore. You wouldn't want to fight him. You'd be like, you know what? You got it, bro. You got it.
Fact, especially if they know the form and technique to really just right to the chin.
And it's
I reckon people ain't taking that.
or like a spinning back kick. Oh no, I don't want to hit. You spin back heel. Oof, right to the dome. No,
Spinning back heel to the head. Oh, teeth is gone.
I'm good. He leg kicks you.
Yo, I can see from the excitement,
Yeah, because
I'm guessing someone that gets kicked like that is going to
Yeah, we're almost there.
That kicked them is Master Chief. You gotta stay away from him. But not Super Soldier.
we were talking about
Captain America and stuff.
It goes into what we were talking about with the competition and the drive. It's like you're seeing the competition in purest form.
Can't hear you.
it's at 10 seconds. There we go.
All right.
And we are here. This is a small little thing. This is TCU right now.
CC. TTU.
Right now it's TCU right now. We are currently waiting for Crownless to hopefully he does make it into this episode. Hopefully he does. But welcome to CTU. You already know our luxurious guest today is always, your hostess is always the same. I go by the name of Trey Guns. The guy on my left is Unique Story.
Yes.
You seen you seen the openings. We starting to get better. You see the names down. Now we got our Twitch things all together. We getting everything situated. We getting better and better by the day. Hopefully everything goes right today. It's only us two, so we're just gonna have to carry the show.
We're just gonna have to carry the show until the C in CTU gets you.
Yes.
All right. So, I think where we left off last episode, I think there was something that we really didn't get to that I kind of felt like we should have. That it was kind of leading to that point.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have, when it comes to men, we have the competitiveness, the competitive edge, and so on and so forth, and what that meant for us. But I also kind of want to delve a little bit deeper into like the differences when it comes to like, you know, men and women when it comes to being competitive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and in you know, in another way or shape or form of looking at it, you can look at it like sexual promiscuity. You know, like for men, it's seen as not virtuous, but leaning towards being virtuous. You know, or maybe not virtue, but being, you know, higher up there, being like a real man is to be able to like talk to a lot of women, or at least have like a lot of sexual advances and so on and so forth.
That's like I think truthfully, I think that's like a more like how do you want to say it, more dominant male mindset, where it's like, yo bro, yeah, I'm having sex with wild women, and like that's like my only goal is that goal. Like my competition in life is to have more sex with more women than you. Like those I've never been that type of dude where it's kind of like, yo bro, I'm in competition with everybody, I gotta have sex with every girl in the world. No,
not at all.
No.
I mean, like, I'm gonna be honest, like, yes, there is like to some degree you have to be that person, like you gotta get in the game, you know, that's what the competitiveness in, you know, dating, romance and stuff like that. But when it comes to this, it's kind of like it's like taking the most bare, straightforward way of like, you know, I'm only in it for like sex. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm not in it for the love or anything like that. And it's just like constant consumption. And, you know, any of like the people that have done it and they've learned from that life tell a different story. They're like, well, I mean, you know, that shit's played out.
Yeah,
like,
or I
played out is over, is boring. Like,
or I couldn't find a woman of my dreams. I keep on going through this process of trying to find that woman to settle down with, and then I can't do it.
Right.
Because I've been so fond upon just doing that one thing, like, you know, 100%, like, yo bro, I just been out here, you know, wilding, but I couldn't find what you would call it, like your Cinderella or something like that. Like it's hard to get that sometimes.
I agree with you. Like it you know, the thing is well, I kind of agree with you, and then I kind of don't. Like, I understand it is kind of hard, but then it's not. And I say it's not because if you were, you know, and this is the thing with how, you know, men get to meet a lot of women, is they're themselves. You know what I mean? Like, they're only them. They only act themselves. You know, you go through the steps of being awkward. If you're not handsome, like if you're not a physically attractive male, objectively, then you have to be good at talking. If you're not good at talking, no woman is going to be able to go up to you, like, is going to want you to come up to them and talk to them. But I also think like it's difficult because the men that do it get rejected easily. And when they are rejected, some of them just like hide. They like, oh, she hurt me.
I mean, because the confidence goes down.
Of course.
Because the confidence goes from being here. Like, imagine your confidence is always here, and then once you get shut down, it's always going, like, you get down and down, and each time it happens, it just gets worse and worse. So you don't want to talk to many females and stuff like that after a while. It takes a while to get back into that game.
Of course. I think it depends, because if you have, like, let's say a stable household, you have a mother and a father, and, you know, let's say an appropriate setting, they're not too strict on you, they give you a little bit of leeway, but, you know, they present the stuff and the ways in which the world accepts these individuals. You know, they go to work, they do what they got to do, but then, you know, they're very kind and loving to each other. The individuals, if it's realistic, if they're taught the right way, which a lot of people are, when they get rejected, the rejection is supposed to come. They should already know by listening to other individuals. They should know that rejection is going to happen. Like, I am going to be rejected probably the first few times, but I'm pretty sure eventually I will find somebody.
Yeah. Eventually everybody has their somebody, and eventually it's one of those things where it's like, you know, 100% of the time you're gonna get you're always gonna find somebody. Like there's somebody that's gonna be yours. There is. It's just hard to find it. You know, especially because if your confidence has been down, you're not gonna be willing to just keep on shooting your shot every time, because every time it's just breaking. Like every time I'm just keep on missing the mark, and it's just but air balls, and then you're just like, you know what, I'm not shooting anymore. I'm just gonna stay. I'm gonna stay on the bench, basically.
Right. And that's the doom mindset. Like once you start playing that, you're never gonna find anybody, because no woman is gonna look at you and be like, I want you.
Yeah.
Like no woman is gonna be like that. No one's gonna want you. No one's gonna be wanting to be around you. And so it's kind of like, you know, you can fake it, but you can fake it so far as a one-night stand. Like you can fake it if you learn, but like to find a wife, to find somebody, to find a relationship, that's different, because they got to know you. They have to know who you are. You can't hold up like the bubble, the shield forever.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, you know, how far am I willing to take this? Am I gonna take it to the extreme? Is that how it's gonna be? Which I really don't think that should be the case. To be honest, because
I think most of the time, I think for me, especially being like dating a girl I dated for like a year or so, and then getting out of that relationship, I haven't yet to like sit down and been like, you know what, I'm gonna talk to this female. Like I have, but it just sometimes it's not like the best look. And I know, and you know, sometimes you know you're like, oh man, you know what, I'm just gonna chill. You know, and I just work on myself rather than be in a relationship at that point. It's like it's that too.
of course, like I agree with you. I think, you know, being able, if you would like what you said, what you're doing right now, if you were to do that, like other people would do what you're doing right now, which a lot of people are. You know, we're not the only ones in the world. But I think the issue is that certain individuals stay in that comfort zone. Like cannot stay in that comfort zone. Like if you want to work on yourself, eventually people are going to come find you. Eventually women are going to start noticing you. For, you know, certain different factors. You know, being able to provide is definitely one of them. Like, yeah, eventually, right now, while we're young, individuals are going to be like, are you handsome? Okay, cool. Are you handsome? Okay, cool. Like,
I wouldn't even say it's about handsome anymore.
Well, I think in the beginning, it
nah.
is.
I think it's a little bit more about the money.
Because individuals aren't thinking about a future. They ain't thinking about a family. Not until like they're 25, when like, you know, situations start happening, you know, for especially women. Like, you know, for women, you know, there's a biological clock, there's a timer, and so there is a sense of like, I need to hurry up and find somebody. You know what I mean? So
I think it's,
you know, that clock is like, well, who can provide?
Yeah.
Who's a hunter? Who's someone that knows how to get what they need to get? You know, and the individuals that are very handsome, you know, but they cannot get the bacon. They can't get money. They can't, you know, what a hunter would be good at. You know, they'll be like, well, you know what? I don't think that you know, we're successful, because that's what it is. Like a woman is the gateway to a family. Like, I mean, you want kids. I mean, obviously there's different channels, but like if you wanted a family, a woman is the gatekeeper. Like a woman has to either accept you or she's gonna deny you.
Yeah.
And when she denies you, is basically like saying, well, I don't think that you should continue on. Your genes should continue on to the next generation, which is a foul thing to think of. But it's true. I mean, that's basically what they say. Like the friend zone, that's bull. That's a nice way.
That's like basically like, yo, bro, I like you as a friend, but I'm not. I don't think me and you.
You're not my mate. Like,
yeah,
it's over. Sorry, you know.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's a sucky feeling. That is.
And I'm nice, and I do have friends, but like if an individual is not necessarily interested in me, unless I have no like benefit in it, then I'm not friends with them
Yeah.
for very long, unless like it's a mutual friendship. Like, oh yeah, we're having good experiences, we're having fun, great.
We going on trips together or something like that. Like
Yeah,
like or we got common like I'm not like there's always females that you're not sexually attracted to, and that some people don't understand that not every female is that like the same way females do the friend zone thing, guys do it as well. Not every guy is gonna sleep with every female.
Well, I mean,
Everyone?
well, if we look at it like realistically, like let's say we're going with, there's a difference. If it's just you going around sleeping with people as men, it's not really that like
Yeah, no.
particular, unless you understand how to talk to women. If you do, then you can technically go for anybody. You can go for the most prettiest women in one of the worlds if you have really good talking game. Like if you are like actually interesting, you can be almost butt dirt ugly and still get the girl.
I've seen that. Like, how did he pull that? Like, yo, bro, he'll be with the baddest girl in the world. You'd be like, how did he pull that? And you'd be like, oh, he just got it like that. It could be
like that.
It could be in the way he probably just talks, makes her laugh, and anything, and it's just like common things that she probably picks up on that she kind of likes. Like, at the end of the day, like, yo, bro, yeah, he's a cool dude. Like, he's this, he's that. He's 100%.
That he goes there, he does this. He just talked to me in a certain way, and it's just that much. It's just that nice. If you're that nice, then things are naturally just going to start popping off for you. Like, not nice. I take that. If you're just that good, like you can be a good guy. Be a good guy. Definitely. That's the thing that you want to be, is a good guy. You don't want to be a nice guy. Because nice is basically being submissive. You're just allowing someone to do what they want because you think you're being a caring person. No, you're not. You're letting them do whatever they want. And when they're done, they'll eventually throw you away. Just nowadays, it's not like they actually walk away from you. They just put you in the friend zone. That's basically what it is.
So nice guys finish last. That's what you're saying.
That's basically, nice guys finish last.
And that's why I treat you like trash.
The bad guys, they get there first, but the good guys stay last. Like they stay for the entire time. So it's basically like that.
So let me ask you this, right? So
right.
So it's basically like nice guys finish last.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I treat you like trash, right?
Mm.
So it's kind of like in a sense of, okay, if I continuously keep on being like 100%. Not saying like the yes man, or I'm caring, I'm like, yo, how you doing today? Text you every day or something like that, and you're like, yo, I'm tired of this dude keep on texting me. While like, let's say a dude like Jamal, who's kind of like texting other females, he's doing whatever he wants. You're more inclined to chase him rather than chasing the guy who's kind of texting you every day or keeping up with you every day. So yeah. It's like that's a weird. It's a weird mindset.
No, but it's biological. Like it's just how it is. Like, am I gonna go to the person that is, let's say, am I gonna go for the person that doesn't have no females around him? If I was a woman, logically, am I gonna go around to the person? Let's think about this, because that's a little weird. Let's think about it. And if I'm a realtor and I have the numbers to prove that I'm doing well, I'm selling like 6 or 3 or 8 houses a year. Mm-hmm. I'm throwing them out there, or more than that, because obviously you got to put the money on the bill. Yeah. I guess, I don't know. But let's say you have exceedingly well numbers. Mm-hmm. People are going to go to you because you do well. You have more. You've gained more. They see that you have more. They see winner, because that's essentially what you are. You're taking the game from the people that can't hack it. So if you're doing that, then I'm going to look at you and be like, yo, this man knows what he's doing. All this stuff proves it. Yeah. But the guy that doesn't have anything, why am I going to go to him? Unless I feel bad for him, which is a real thing. Pity is a real thing, but like, that's not how it works. So it's kind of like, that's the problem. that's where the nice guy is. The nice guy is the person that is trying to become a good guy, but he's not doing it the right way. He's not going about it the right way. He doesn't have the backbone.
But it's hard for somebody to be a bad guy. You want me to be honest? It's hard to have that personality because not everybody has that personality. Not everybody has that like trait of being like oh, I don't really care about you. Kind of like that, like because some people are raised differently, and some people like I'll give you your respect, like of everything, but I can't be 100% like I'm just gonna be yeah, I'm outside cheating with other women. I can't really like do that. I can't see myself like literally just being like, outside with different women. I can't.
But that's not this. All right, so this is why like I said three different things. Like, the nice guy, the good guy, and the bad guy. Like this is a common thing that most people know. But the thing is that the bad guy, Jordan B. Peterson's pretty good at this type of stuff when I read it and read his book. Like the bad guy, all he is just the facade of a good guy. Like it's like saying like you're like a rich guy. Huh?
Like an anti-hero?
Like an anti-hero. Yeah.
Okay.
Like no. A bad guy is
it would be like an anti-hero.
It's like a side protagonist thinking that he's the protagonist.
Okay.
Like there's interest in him, people like him, but the protagonist is someone that is all of that and authentic. Yeah. Like a bad guy can have like that atmosphere, like, yeah, I don't really care. Lucas, but there's a reason for that, like a negative reason. You're not just that way because, that's just how it is. You're like that way because something happened to you. In most cases, it's because somebody scorned you. It burned you.
Lucas said there's some motherfuckers who are just bad people in general. Yeah.
Yeah, but like you have to look at like their history. Like, do they come from broken homes, like the stories say and the movies say? Because if that's the case, then that proves that he has a chip on his shoulder. He acts, he does, but he's uncontrollable. You don't look at that person and be like, that's a person I want to have a family with, because they cannot be reliable. You can't trust them. Yeah. You can't rely on them because all they know is to be the bad guy. So it's kind of like a mirage. You look at them and you're like, oh, that is interesting. Like, yeah, I do, I like the look of the fact that you're getting this amount of things.
This amount of attention and what you do and everything. Like this amount of attention that you're getting, on the normal basis. Like everybody's like, oh, who is that guy? Like they're always asking, who is he? You got something behind you at least. Mm-hmm. You got something along that line where, let's say the nice guy, he's kind of the dude that's more inside. He's kind of like, doesn't really go outside. He knows everybody, but he's more the guy that's inside. He doesn't really want to do much. He's more the guy who's working a 9 to 5, or let's just say a guy who's just in the house just playing the game sometime. Yeah. Like, that's who he is. And
that's the nice guy.
And then the nice guy gets the shutdown because it's like, yo, bro, I don't really want a nice guy. I want a dude who, treats me a little bit of mean or a little bit more like push me away more because I want to be chased, because I feel like I want to chase him rather than be chased.
I agree with that. Yeah, like that's what essentially that's what the dating atmosphere is like. Like chase. Men generally do the chasing. Nowadays it's a little bit different, but men generally do the chasing if they're interested. They either get the thumbs up and then they get the relationship. So the woman believes that he's a good mate. Like, I see the qualities. I see success in you, or I see that fact that you're putting in the work. Mm-hmm. I think that I can allow, if they want to have a family, but essentially that's what it is. I think that your genes are good enough to pass to the next generation. You're allowed to continue your genes. That's essentially what it is, like on a biological, nature level. But, that's the good guys. Those are the good guys. Yeah. Sometimes the bad guys do get that situation, but that's because they're faking it. Maybe it's not faking in the way like they're trying to trick you, but it's not security. You know, it's attracting something without securing it and holding it down. So I think nice guys, while they do stay inside, they're really kind to people. The goal is really to be a good guy. That's what it is. Be good, be virtuous, have some character, and build yourself up. That's all it is.
Luke said you can't be chasing women on social media. They be saying the same shit.
Social media is a bad game.
Yeah. That's
don't play
like
social media. If you're not handsome, don't play social media. You'll never get not a single swipe right ever.
Because that's you know what it is too. It's like the game of social media is kind of different too. Because there's girls that's on social media that they live a lifestyle that they normally don't do. Same as dudes, they live a lifestyle that they normally are not doing on the basis. So it's like, you can floss on social media. You can be like, yeah, I got 100,000. You know, I can floss. But in actuality, I'm working a 9 to 5.
I'm working 9 to 5, and that was my rent money. Nah, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, that's like a different way, because that's kind of, and I don't really have an answer to that very much. Like, I kind of don't, because if you're not physically attractive, you don't win. It's not a winnable game. Like, it's weird, because the rules that naturally mean that you date somebody and have a relationship don't equate to online dating. You can't show that you get things. Like, you can post pictures, but like, that's about it. Like, you need to be physically attractive. You need to be that, plus being interesting, and you have to seem real. Like, you know, what was the statistics? I think it was on Tinder or something like that. Like, majority of women only go for, like, they only swipe right a certain amount of times, like a very small percentage on the people that they like, and men just swipe enormous amount of times. Like, it's a way different balance. So you're most likely not gonna find anybody. Like, only the people that are like top 5%. Yeah, facts. They just
that's pretty much what it is. But
that's pretty much what it is. And you hope it's better. In all honesty, go out, do something adventurous, go to a club, go, like, I forgot what the site is, but you can find a club where they do certain activities, like freaking Dungeons and Dragons, something that you like, or board games, math games, book clubs, and stuff like that. I mean, obviously, you're gonna be talking about book clubs.
Luke said all dating apps are whack. To keep it a buck with you, you're not gonna find a shorty on Tinder that you're trying to cuff. Yeah, that's definitely like the norm. The only, you can find a girl that, you know, don't take your chances of dating a girl at your job either. Sometimes, because you can listen. It can end two different ways. It can end, yeah, you two are dating, or it can end, yeah, you sexually harassed her. It can end two different ways. Where you can lose your job, or still be working.
Don't do it then. That's it.
Yeah. It's like,
don't date anybody that you work with. Why? Because, like you said, like, it can easily turn right field or left field really quickly.
Really quickly.
Because it's not clear necessarily what happened, and not everyone can see with transparency.
Yeah.
The problem is that necessarily, like, nowadays, and this is what I'm seeing a little bit too often, it's highlighted, but it's not necessarily that it happens all the time. You know, when they say like, oh, you know, you can't do that because you can, falsely accuse somebody. Accusations are very minimal. Like, they actually are very small. But it's the problem that number is bigger than what it used to be. As far as I know, the statistics are higher. So that means that something has changed. And in my opinion, once they hear something like you sexually assaulted somebody, you raped her, automatically individuals and people are going to process that in an extremely negative way. They're just going to be like, you actually did it, without actually asking you did, like, did you do it? Where's the facts? Where's the evidence? So, you know,
or also, do not go to the club. Don't try to go to the club to look for a female.
I mean, if you're trying to have sex, yes.
Yeah, that's probably like your best thing. But then, like, to date a girl from the club, it's like you're dating a party girl, basically.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. You
Don't
want
do-
to meet somebody. In all honesty, it's kind of difficult because majority of men and women do meet in the workplace, but it's very difficult to make that like functionally work in an actual way. I'm not trying to scare individuals, but like, I had a conversation where, today, I'm not going to say any names, but, talking to the opposite sex seems to be very difficult for some individuals. It's kind of like, where do I draw the line? Like, can I be really cool with you? Can we, talk? Can we, have, a good conversation?
Or it's like, how do I approach you without
seeming weird?
Yeah, like how do I how do I engage with you? It's like, it's kind of like you gotta read. You can kind of read like certain things. Like you can be like, if she's like reading something or she got like a nice sweater, you engage right there. That's kind of like something like, oh, y'all like your sweater, da 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 da, and then they like engage the conversation like that.
Right, on a topic.
Yeah. Or it's like, or it's like, sometimes it's like, yo, shorty got wild food or something. Like, yo, you want to eat a lot? Like, you can do certain things to get a conversation started. It's just sometimes it's a little hard because it's a little annoying.
Yeah, it is. See, this is the thing. Like, I mean, I find it difficult at my job, and like I work customer service. Like I'm customer service. Like I'm you need a coffee, I get you a coffee. You want me to make a sandwich, I make you a sandwich, with a good smile, and like it, when it comes to talking to women, like I honestly can't really have that much of an in-depth conversation if it's not a topic. But some conversations where I had with male customers, they come up to me and like they ask me, like, yeah, man, like, so how was your day, so on and so forth, how was the day, was it interesting, just random question, just to have the conversation while I'm fixing up an order or making the coffee. And it seemed to go much smoother. Like he responded, was like, yeah, I had a crazy day, I did this and I built this, and stuff like that. But then how do you do that? Like, how do you get into that stuff? A small conversation, but it's an actual conversation. Like, but I can't have that necessarily with women or females. So it's kind of like, it's kind of like, hello, hi, how are you? That's about it. What can I get for you?
Yeah. What can I get for you?
Give them, and then they leave, and then that's about it. That's as much conversation as you can comfortably have in a comfortable way. So, it's kind of hard. I mean, I think the keys are flipped when it comes to women, though. I think if you were to look at it from a women's perspective, while I do understand that women do have the fear of speaking to individuals alone, like males alone, because it is like no one can witness to make sure that you feel comfortable or you're safe. It's almost like, they have complete comfortability. It doesn't matter if you're a male, it doesn't matter if you're a female. I mean, the male a little bit, but not too much. Like, you're not that much in danger if you're in like a public space, or at least with people around you, So it's kind of like that. Like, it's a whole different atmosphere, or not atmosphere, but just a whole different, pros and cons list. You're not, for women, you're not going to be accused of trying to, what's the word? Be weird or be,
awkward, or like say something, or say something that's a little crazy.
Doing too much, and I felt super uncomfortable. Like, the backlash is not necessarily going to be there that much.
Yeah. That's like like Drewski made a video, right? Is this dude named Drewski? He made a video and it was a really really great video. I mean, like and it was like how some dudes sometimes be trying to get women like drunk on purpose, like they be like trying to OD,
Right.
and he like posted it and he deleted it, but it was like a perfect like situation of like, you know, sometimes when dudes are like in a room with like girls like a B&B and stuff like that, or like anywhere, will want the girl to drink more and then try to like have, you know, relationship with a drunk girl, basically like try to get her drunk on purpose,
Right.
basically. And it was like a real good video. It was like, yo, that's like a real thing. That's a thing that happens in parties. It happens like anywhere you go to, where dudes will be purposely doing it more and more.
Right.
Like, you know,
And those are the guys you got to look out for, though. Those are the guys like that. That understandably is like, yo, you're a weirdo.
yeah, that's crazy. That's
You're a weirdo. Like, you don't have enough game to be able to speak. You can't spit game. Like, if you can't spit game, get out of the club. Like,
I can understand Shorty's drink like doing that herself. Okay, cool. But you shouldn't be like kind of like, yo, bro, yeah, I'm pouring your shots and I'm ODing.
facts, just so I can sleep with you, bro. It's not that hard. If she was speaking to you anyway, you have a conversation. You have a chance. If she's speaking to you, you have a chance. Because if she didn't, she would have said no. I mean, obviously, some individuals, you know, some women are gonna be nice, which I say to women, don't be. Shut a motherfucker down. If you shut him down, realistically, be like, you know, honestly, I understand you're trying to, I understand where you would like for this to go, you know, not in the exact way, but be like, you know, paraphrase, you know, but I would, you know, I'm not very interested right now.
Yeah.
Clean, respectful, honest. He's going to back away in most cases. He's going to back away and be like, I got you. All right, okay. In positive cases. In negative cases, if they're what's the right word? When they're resentful. If they're resentful, that's the ones you gotta watch out for.
Yeah.
You can't tell until after the fact. But the resentful ones are the dangerous ones.
It's a little different. Also kind of want to segue into something else.
Right.
So we've been recently playing FIFA 22. Recently been our new team game. We probably are going to stream it one day all together. We definitely are going to figure that out. We just have to figure out a day and get all like, you know, we've been playing in the Volta mode. We've been doing a lot of that. Volta mode is probably really, really good. I've been playing regular soccer. I've been playing FIFA since FIFA 16. So it's been really, really a good one. You know, we've been having real fun with it. It's free on PlayStation right now. It's a PlayStation Plus monthly thing, and it's pretty good right now. It's been because normally our only team game we normally play with each other is usually only Rocket League. Where like now it's kind of like, okay, FIFA's looking like the new move, like actual playing soccer, and trying to get more and more into team games. Definitely, trying to.
And I'm sorry for everyone that's listening through mine. My headphones are a little bit out right now. I'm about to get some new headphones. So excuse the audio difficulties and the background sound. Yeah, we're getting into that. I think we're gonna start streaming that. I'm gonna start streaming games in general pretty soon. I only say that because and I only say soon instead of at this moment and now, because you know, streaming that is a little bit difficult. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I'm just getting into the streaming life. I don't know exactly what I gotta be able to buy and what I need to get to, you know, make the streaming life a beautiful one or streaming a beautiful thing. So it's you know, I'm building up the funds, but I'll be streaming very soon for the individuals that I would like to see from my side. But yeah, FIFA's fun. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was boring. I'm not gonna hold
you thought it was boring?
I was all basketball, team basketball every day. But NBA, 2K22. Well, I don't know about 22, but yeah, that was about it.
Nah,
That's
22 is
what's
pretty
the best I
cool.
would play.
22 is pretty cool. It's just more of I don't want to say it. It's more of it's more better in certain areas. In certain areas, it's pretty good, and in certain areas, it's I kind of feel you. I kind of feel you.
Oh snap! I think, and I think
Kind of feel you though. Fixing everything right now.
we have CTU back again. We got Gary here, crownless. Oh snap!
I want to unhide it.
All right, let's set this up.
There we go.
Let's fix this. Correct. Get this working in
Yeah.
a proper way.
You actually gotta move everything to gear though.
All right. Okay. All right. Let's go. We're starting off on a beautiful thing right now. We're starting off on a beautiful thing.
But FIFA has been like the number one game we have been playing together. And FIFA has been getting good. It's been getting better and better. Some of us, I don't know. I think I want to try baseball, all of us together, because they got 3v3s. They do. And MLB 22, but I'm not buying MLB 22 at $60. I'm not buying that at $60.
You said baseball?
Yeah.
I cannot play baseball. I'm sorry. Baseball is something I cannot do. I cannot look at baseball and seem interested in it.
You can't look at baseball and be interested?
No, not at all. It's dumb boring.
Well,
it's dumb boring. I'm gonna be honest, for the MLB fans out of there, we can play catch. That's what we can do. We can play catch. That's my baseball. We can play catch. That's about it. I'll get a glove and I get a baseball, and we could just pass the ball around. That's about it.
So you wouldn't be down to like play like a FIFA? No, I mean not FIFA. You wouldn't be down to play any MLB at all?
Nope, not at all. The only MLB game, the only baseball game I've ever played in my life
was the Bigs.
What was it? Pause on this. But it was called the Bigs.
I knew it. I knew it had to be the Bigs.
That was it. Like that was the only game, because you run up, bow, catch the dumb high, catch the ball. Like that was fire. Like that was an actual baseball game for me.
That wasn't real baseball though.
Huh?
It wasn't real baseball though.
It was a real baseball game. As far as it was to me.
To the eye, maybe to
well,
you.
I like the exaggeration.
Yeah. It was like kind of like you can kind of call it like the NFL Blitz series, like kind of like that. It's kind of arcadey. It's an arcadey baseball game. And don't get me wrong, I love an arcadey. I love anything arcadey. Like they need to make another NFL Streets. That's what they literally slacking on. I think they need to do that series again, and they're slacking on it.
Yeah, that and another Blitz the League because they're playing. But I don't think it'll ever happen because of our society right now.
Yeah.
Society.
Yeah.
Society. Yeah. And not one for football. But yeah, what I missed though.
You missed basically the conversation about us talking about what was it? What was the conversation?
Sexual promiscuity between males and females. We pretty much did the males part. The females part was a little bit outside our range because like we couldn't like we're not women. So I mean, we're not females.
That's A-okay. That's A-okay. To the viewers, I was working and shit. I'm here. Welcome. Yeah. Pretty much, I agree with your statement. I felt the same way. I was like, we could talk about it, but like, we're just three niggas. Can't really talk about a woman's body. And then it really hit a head. My fault to cut you off. It really hit a head, right? Because it was like, we're picking the most shit time to do that. like no funny. Because y'all know what's going on.
Yeah.
Wait, exactly. And y'all see it all over Facebook. The gender war, bro. for the tinfoil hat niggas, like it's dead ass a war out here. Like
It-
Well,
bitches hate
I don't know.
niggas, niggas
I don't
hate
know if it's
bitches.
a gender war.
it's
I
getting
mean,
it's getting worse. It's
Getting worse by the day, bro.
it's not I wouldn't call it a gender war. It's more of like the old people against like our generation, where it's like
nah,
these.
no,
say
because there's a lot
say
of
word.
there's a lot of young people that agree with pro life,
So say
and
word
it's compelling.
come
It's a
through.
compelling argument.
But say word when Father's Day comes through, now one mother is gonna say Happy Father's Day to their nigga.
That's funny.
Okay.
That's a
Go
fact.
ahead.
That's a fact.
Go
That's a
ahead.
fact.
Go ahead. But yeah, no, I agree with y'all. I pretty much felt the same way. I was like, damn, we can talk about it. We can try, but like,
It's
soon as
still,
somebody
I'm
hears
just
this,
gonna-
it's going clip.
Look,
it's still
I'm not
only-
afraid. I'm not afraid to have the conversation.
It's-
because
Yeah,
the
I'm not
conversation-
afraid.
It's still
just-
only it's
like-
it's you're only gonna get the guy point of view 100% because
Right.
I'm not a female.
Well,
and
I mean,
no
you-
one's a
you-
female.
yes,
Exactly. It's like
the
I'm a
guy point
nigga,
of view,
bro.
but it's not like we cannot make objective statements, or at least near objective statements about, to some degree, what women go through. We have the numbers, we have the statistics, we have information that women themselves write down and say, well, this is how I feel in certain situations. So when we go to like a subjective thing, like, I there's so much subjectiveness to it, but
Living a dangerous life.
you ask a question and then they answer with something like, I feel like this is something, then that's how you feel. Like, I mean, I guess.
I think
But-
I would be more comfortable with it if we have a female guest. Just in case we say something really outlandish, it's like, yo.
Yeah, I
You know,
get you. I get you.
If you
I get
if you want, I can bring somebody.
Oh, we got somebody.
Okay. All right, my fault.
he just looked.
said-
He was just surprised by that answer because he was like, "What do you mean we got somebody?" He was like, "What do you mean?" He looked very, very surprised because he was more like, "What do you mean we already got somebody?"
What do
then
you mean facts? I was like, huh? In my head, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, bro, you know who. You know who. Yeah.
exactly. And I already know who it is too also. So yeah, pretty much. Go ahead. We can do that. We can do that Wednesday. It's not a problem.
Wednesday?
Yeah, it's not a problem.
All right.
You
what-
want to have the conversation about it. It's not.
Is it who I think it
Who?
Would you say?
is? Is it who I think it is?
Who do
you think it is?
I can't really I can't really say because that's OD. But it's do
Who do you
three of
think
us
it is?
know them?
What'd you say?
Do all three of us know them? Her?
Her? You said them. I
said
don't.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to be
Political correct.
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 Let's go with that.
I don't know. Probably.
Oh no! I was about to say, I was like, I'm pretty sure they're pro-lifer at this point.
Nah, bro.
Before it could have been a little different, but now I'm pretty sure they're pro-lifer now.
No. All right, we're not gonna have that conversation right now at all, because I don't want to have the
Why
conversation
not?
right now. Cause bro, I don't want to talk about that.
Why not? No. Why not? You shying away?
That's a crazy conversation.
It would be
It's
like
a crazy conversation for a crazy time.
No.
It would be like, yo, there's this group of 3 girls calling all men nothing but fucking man sluts, doing whatever. And it's like, have you fucked every guy? Yo, let me get the music. Yo, oh,
Let me get the background music.
yeah, a little Halloween music. But have you fucked every nigga? Oh,
Let me get the dun dun dun.
you know what every nigga's like? Like,
Yeah. Nah,
like, bro, that should be crazy.
I truthfully, I used to tell like a lot of my female friends, like, yo, bro, I already, like, even my girl, I used to hate this. When I was dating my girlfriend, she would normally like add people like on Facebook and stuff like that, and she would text them and tell them like hi and everything. So I'm telling her, truthfully, yo, you don't know what goes on in a guy's mind where you're hitting me up like first. You must not know
in a guy's mind, once you hit me up first, excuse me, you're hitting me up first.
Wait,
Yo.
hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry. Take it 3 steps back. You said that your ex-girlfriend was texting other men and saying hello?
Yeah. But like she was having like a whole conversation with them like in the process of after that. So they would be like, yo, they'll be calling her babe and stuff like that. And I used to tell her, I was like, yo, do you know what you were just inviting yourself into? Like you don't know what you're just inviting yourself into. She's like,
But you
oh,
know that she was cheating on you, right?
you can
I was about to say I'll give her the benefit of the doubt because as niggas and as grown men, we can't, bar a woman from having guy friends.
yeah.
But
Right.
fact, on your hand, exactly, I agree with you, Trey. And I even have an example. I'm gonna get into it later. But yeah, niggas think they slick.
Yeah,
It's like y'all can catch your
That's like
yo.
and I remember I was like pressing her about it, like, hey, listen, like, you can't be like texting dudes, like you can't be the first one. Like I can understand if the dudes keep on hitting you up and then they're texting you, okay, fine and dandy, cool. But if you're engaging in that conversation, then it's like, come on, what are you doing here? Like, don't engage in the conversation. You can just be like, hey, listen, I got a boyfriend, keep it moving.
But
Right.
but that's what I'm saying. Like she was cheating on you because
No.
If they're calling her
No,
babe
no.
and she's entertaining the conversation,
But
you're
she,
essentially leading.
but
You're
the action-
leading to the
the-
inevitable.
the action isn't that she is
I'm
cheating on me.
gonna stop you there and say that is kind of a wild way to think about it. Yeah. The babe is like bitch, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna insinuate that you're doing more based on what they're.
He said
That would
"Bitch,
be
what are
like,
you
yo,
doing?"
that would be like, yo, Unique. What if your wife came through right now? I'm like, yo, Unique, what's good with you, bro? You looking mad handsome. Handsome as fuck right now, bro.
And another
Right?
girl, and then
what if another girl-
and then another girl tells you the same thing at the same time your wife is telling you that. Like,
Right.
and she'll be like, excuse me, like, she'll be more inviting to the excuse me rather than being like, 100% about, oh, like, what are you doing? Like, oh, you're talking to this girl. Like, imagine like every day of your life you was talking to the same, like you was talking to your ex girlfriend every day, like you having 100% like an everyday conversation. You talk about
Yeah,
everything.
that's wild.
You talk about your sex life with her. You talk about everything. 100% open with her.
Nigga said 100%.
Well, I mean, hold on.
And your
If I get a
wife,
new girl, bro, it's clip.
Hold
I'm
on.
gonna keep it 100.
Hold on.
Yo,
do you do that already?
I would say in the sense that is wrong on like 99.99% of the time.
So what's
either
that
it's wrong
1%?
or it's not.
Yeah. That one.
No,
that 1% isn't
you
right.
can't think of things like that because if
No.
that's the case, then
That's what you just did, though. What do you mean?
It's automatically
Yeah.
like
That's what you just did
more-
with Trey's case.
That's more like you're like, it's like, why are you even still having those conversations with that person if you're not even with that person? That's what it basically is. It's like you're having these conversations with random people that don't know you from a hole in the wall, and I know what they're and I know the intent of what they want.
Facts. And I'm gonna do you one better, Unique. I'm gonna do you one better, bro.
I
Sorry
was
to
gonna
cut you
ask.
off, Trey. The other day, I was on Instagram. I seen this post, right? This is a boost. This is how you know, bro. It's not bitches telling me this. It's other niggas. Anyways, the post was like, yo, y'all keep believing y'all have male friends, but go ahead and text them that y'all want to fuck and watch how fast he folds. And that got me tight because I got two sisters. They're my sisters, OD. And it's like, I know y'all niggas don't really think this way. Like, nigga, we're 25, 24, 26. Like, you're a grown fucking man. Get your hormones in control. You feel me? But the reactions and responses I got from so many niggas, like, the post is still there. Like, I'm going to send it to you right after.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, so many niggas. Yo, bro, I don't know about you. Like, oh, you sound like you're a fucking knight, bro. Like, niggas is really like that. Bro, I don't know if I can control myself. Fuck you, you can't control yourself, nigga. Like,
I can understand truthfully.
I can't, because it's like, bro, I'm not calling you my best friend just because I want to fuck you on the low. I'm going to just shoot my shot. And then if you're not feeling me, you're just not feeling me.
No,
You
no,
feel
no,
me?
no,
If-
no,
Right.
no. I was
You keep
gonna
it.
say,
You keep it pushing. You don't stand there and then
I was gonna say,
expect hopefully sooner or
This
later.
shit's like,
That's the
was gonna
case.
say, I was gonna say, I kind of understand in the light of like, I can understand if you're the girl that you're like friends with is dumb bad. I can understand that. You can't
No,
control
no,
yourself.
no,
no,
wait, Unique. I can understand that too, because I'm like, yo, girl, you got a fat fucking ass. Go ahead with your bad self, bitch.
Yeah,
Go ahead
yeah,
with
yeah.
your best.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
I can understand.
And when they say I look handsome, bro, I'm like, yo, you know what, you right.
Well, I can't really say that.
Today.
I can
Yeah,
understand.
I agree with you.
I can understand.
Pre-marriage, yes, I agree with you.
I can.
Post-marriage, I do still agree with you.
I can understand. I can understand that factor, but
Well, yeah, saying I'm trying to smash and be like, yo, pull up, let's smoke. Oh, big
no.
flag, big
You know.
no bitch. Like you
'Cause
was my
not
man.
every-
You're my bro.
Because
Like
the
literally.
even like the episode, I think that was episode 3. We even had a conversation about this. It's like not every dude is going to be 100% of the time. I'm not a dude who's gonna be like, yo, bro, I gotta sleep with every woman. I can't do that. Like me, I'm strategic. I'm like strategic. I'm not gonna hold you. I gotta like really like you, dude. I'm not gonna hold you. I gotta really, really like you. Like I can't be like, yo, bro, I'm out here wilding with every female.
Right.
No, I can't.
No, that's a fact though. That's a definite fact.
Yeah, it's hard for me to do that. It's hard for me to be like, yeah, she's bad, but like, do I like her? No. Oh, all right. Like,
And then it really comes to a head, bro. Sorry to cut you off again. Yo, I'm energized right now. Yo, nigga, y'all know how many girl best friends I done had? They done came to me and said, yo, no funny shit. You're the only nigga that I feel like doesn't want to fuck me. Excuse me?
Excuse me.
Nobody gonna beat these niggas up for you, bro? Like, what the fuck is you doing?
I'm gonna go beat them up for you. It's crazy.
And then, nah, because it's like, y'all know how niggas are. They be trying to push up on bitches. Like, yeah, let's smoke up, let's drink. Don't get the fuck out my girl's face.
I
don't know about that.
I just
I'm gonna be honest. I can't.
I know, yo.
I can say like if it's your friend, like if it's your closest friend, I understand. But like,
I just
bro, they hit bitches up to drink and smoke.
Friends and defending every single one of them, to the extent that you can. That is to say, I feel like that takes a lot of energy.
It does take energy, and see, bro, I'm not Scott Pilgrim. That's why I always ask first. It's like, yo, is he really bothering? Like, dead, let me know. Because, like, how the fuck am I going to walk around calling you my sister and you got niggas out here wilding on you and making you feel uncomfortable? Like, I'm a whole nigga. Nigga, tell these niggas to say that shit to me, bro. The fuck? And then, word, it's not every girl. And that leads into a bigger thing. Bro, I only fuck around with like 6 people. I'm going to keep it a stack with everybody in the chat. Yo, 6 people. Like 3 niggas, 3 bitches.
It's straight like that.
And it's like, facts, yeah. Like, you got to be on my best friend terms. And I've only been best friends with, 4 or 5 girls. All at different points in life. We were friends. We broke it off. We split. But even after we split, I'm like, yo, I'm there for you like a brother because I fucks with you. Especially after they told me that shit. It's like, I ain't going to go back on my word like that. That's crazy. And that's another thing that get me tight about niggas. It's like, y'all niggas act like y'all men of y'all word. Not y'all, obviously. But, like, niggas act like they men of their word. And they going to be out there looking out for people. And, like, you the first one pulling some snake shit. It's like, why do you have this girl feeling like she can confide in you and trust in you? But then you want to pull around and be like, yeah, pull your fucking pants down, bitch. Like, relax, nigga. Your hormones ain't that serious.
But that's like,
you know what I mean?
That's like another I was telling Unique. I was telling Unique there's a video. There was a dude who made a video. His name is Drewski, right? He made a video. And Drewski made it. It was a perfect video. Most perfect video ever. And he deleted the video. It was like, it was like, you know how dudes would be trying to get women drunk on purpose. Like they was at an Airbnb, and he's like, Shorty's like, yeah, they're playing like Truth or Dare, and they had the drink, and she poured like a little shot. He's like, nah, that's a little shot, and poured OD liquor in it.
Wow, the wild liquor, bro.
Wild liquor.
And he's just watching her drink. He just, get drunk, bitch. Like, you what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like So it's like
Go ahead.
it's too crazy. It's too crazy. It's too crazy sometimes. So it's like 100% of the time. Like it's like, yo, bro, you can't not do that. Do not put yourself in a situation where you're outside doing stuff like that. Like,
Oh, D,
like-
you mad weird. Like, get some game, and then you gonna get some bitches on your dick. Like, it ain't that hard. Like, that niggas don't gotta be like, yo, you trying to outsmoke me? Like, you can't outsmoke me. Of course you can. The fuck is common knowledge?
she's like, whoa, I'm woozy. Well,
Yeah, I'm woozy.
I guess.
I'm woozy. And then you go, like, that's rapey vibes. Like, y'all, yo, I want none of y'all niggas in this chat to be doing that.
Yeah,
Y'all niggas is too handsome to be doing that. No homo.
Yeah.
No.
That's a little crazy. I've been the only crazy thing I ever been in, like a situation like that, is when like I went to a hotel with me, like it was me and my boys and stuff like that. And invited these girls, so they ended up.
What?
They ended up.
He said what?
Yeah. So we ended up chilling the whole night, whatever. The girls was drinking more than what we was drinking.
Yeah, they were trying to get y'all, man. Oh shit.
I'm sitting there, I'm chilling, whatever. Next morning, I woke up with like the meanest headache, and like the other two girls were like doing it to each other, like that, like in the same room, like and that was like crazy. But that was like the only time I had something like that ever. Like,
I'm gonna be honest.
adventurous.
I only had one time similar to the situation, and I completely walked away. Completely walked away. Yeah, I take no chances. Take no chances.
Yeah, dead ass.
If someone says no, take no chance. Walk away. Walk outside. As soon as you hear no, walk out. Don't even stand there. Walk out.
As soon as you're too drunk to speak
everything that you do after the walkout, you walk out, go down the street, get yourself a can of soda, get yourself some munchies, some food, chilling. That's a good day. You're still having a good day. I mean, you're still gonna go back home, watch the TV, but
gonna go home.
But you live
for quotation
another lifetime without going thrown in jail and being accused.
Right. That's the thing. It's like, bro, it takes one accusation.
It takes one accusation, credibility, people that were on your side automatically flip. I mean, unless they're like concrete, they know you, and you found good people with good character. Like, they ain't gonna buckle because people, oh yeah, your man's is, so on and so forth. He was accused of rape, blah, blah, blah. No. Like, it's possible. You can say it's possible, but to be like, look, everything that I've learned from this dude says otherwise. If he says he left, he left. You got evidence? Where's the camera? Where's the stuff? Until you prove he's innocent. That's how America works.
Yeah.
You're innocent until proven guilty. If there's no proof, I mean, it's not a foolproof thing, but you're innocent. I'm not gonna accuse you if you were non-guilty. The evidence didn't prove anything. So I mean,
yeah.
Even though as men we understand this, some men, because a lot of men, are like true white knights, platinum knights. They got the whole star of the crimson gem of Shitterack on their chest. That's they'll just accuse you without the facts.
I feel that.
That's like
that Instagram post, bro. I wouldn't even believe it. I'm gonna keep it 100 stack, because like the way niggas try to defend it, and it was like I wasn't even saying nothing crazy. I'm just like, yo, man to man, eye to eye. You're a nigga. You're a grown ass man. You can control your hormones. You're telling me you walk out that crib every day, and from start to finish, you're like, bitches, pussy. I need it. Like, I got dead ass right now. I still got that dead ass.
That's certain people that are searching for their, trying to find somebody, but it's difficult for them to find somebody. That's them. That's like the hard part of it. The hard part of it is settling down. Sometimes some people don't know how to settle.
Yo, my man's Carlos is going wild in the paint right now. I'm
gonna let y'all do the podcast for the next hour.
No, my fault, my
He
fault, my
said-
fault.
he said-
my
He
cousin
said,
came and just bounced off the words, and it just it was a
said-
chemical reaction.
he
It's a
said,
chemical reaction.
nah. He's wilding. But majority of the time, it's like it's hard. It's hard being that person. It's hard to stay. Some people say it's hard to stay loyal. I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know.
It is. No, it is. It is. It
It's
is.
nowhere
It-
near.
It is. It is. See, this is the thing, and I say it is because you know how many men like say this. Like I would say it's. I don't understand why it's hard, but then I go through comments, a ton of comments of thousands upon thousands of men that say I did cheat.
Do you
Or
like?
I felt like I wanted to
can-
cheat. Like
can-
it is.
can
It's
I ask you a question?
difficult because you know we're men. Like
What's
I
your
mean,
what's your favorite snack?
your hormones, but your hormones are still there. They're still telling you like, yo, that's a fire ass woman.
Can I ask you a question? What's
Of course, you gotta say something. I feel like
what's your favorite snack? I'm being dead serious. I'm not.
Are you being dead serious?
Yes.
We're not gonna have a sarcastic ass
No,
comment.
I'm not.
back
Yeah,
and
no,
forth.
that is, man. What's our favorite snack?
What's your favorite snack?
Fucking, I don't know. Cheesecake. Pause.
Okay. So do you like having can you deal with having cheesecake every day?
I mean, I could, but I'll be old.
Okay, and then stay loyal to cheesecake. Don't-
Stay loyal to
don't-
cheesecake.
Don't try to switch. Don't try to switch. Or
No,
because the
that's a
cheesecake
very that's an airy response. That's airy.
All right. So I'll give my real
Like,
real nigga response.
I-
It's not hard. It's only hard because y'all not fucking her the way y'all want to, and she's not fucking you the way she wants to. And everybody's just not happy because y'all having whack ass sex.
yoga up a couple times.
Get over here.
That
That way,
animation is
that way, I fucks with you. And then on top of that, on the serious note, it's like I'm not gonna go out with you if I'm not already really fucking with you.
Yeah.
You know, because at that point it's just waste of time. If I know I don't really fuck with you like this, why would I pursue something more than us just fucking? You know what I mean? Because that's exactly how niggas stay in their situation where they're like, yo, I really hate this bitch. You hate the bitch, why you still there? It's common sense. Is she gonna be the only bitch to give you pussy? No. As we just discussed, this bitch is everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere, y'all. So like, why would you stay in a situation where you're not happy with just because you don't want to feel loyal? If you're not loyal, you don't. Take the steps.
It's
You know,
because,
that-
no, because no. There's multiple ways because there's multiple reasons because of that. And the
I
only
know, 'cause niggas
reason
be
that I
bad,
can
bro.
say the reason that they stay is because they don't want to leave. Like, why am I first? There's one reason, but there's a backup reason. You have
Okay.
you got a broken household that they come from. So to some degree, they're more likely to replicate some of the lessons and the actions that their parents do, unless
That's a
they
strong point.
absolutely abhor them. But even then, you can be ignorant to the fact that you're doing the same thing that your parents did. The second one is
Okay.
because you don't want to be alone.
I'm gonna
And
keep that noted.
You think that they're gonna change if you stay with them.
Okay.
And that's
okay.
a wild thought. Like I mean, you could change, but you're not gonna change the way I want you to change. You're just gonna change. And I mean, like, I think, and I say it is first of all, being monogamous is difficult because
Go ahead, go ahead. I'm
no.
Go ahead.
No,
Go
no,
ahead.
go ahead.
No.
Go ahead. Just
Because
say it.
all right, because if we're gonna look at monogamy as in marriage or just a long life partner, let's not even say marriage, long
Okay.
life partner.
Okay.
Humans have a mix across entire groups and areas prehistoric. We have different ways of mating. We have long-term mating. We have short-term mating when we have multiple partners. We have polygamy. We have, and in very, very small cases, polyandry or something like that. Well, you know, women that have multiple males. That's only 1%. But these mating, these, you know, attractions, these ways of sexual reproductions have existed since we have existed. So it's not like it just disappears because we're in society. No, it's in the background. It's where the places where we don't really want to accept that we're feeling this way. That's why that it happens for a lot of people, because as a man, in the back of your head, your hormones are saying, have kids. That's what your hormones are saying. That's all they're saying when you reach puberty. Have kids. Have kids. Have kids. Society says, wait, build your foundation, do it correctly. Do it in the way that maximizes success.
Okay.
But that's all it is. So cheating is just another. It is something that is well. It's not, you know, being interested in multiple women is a natural thing, or being interested in multiple men is a natural thing. If that's your head, the only reason that some individuals stay in monogamy in the best cases is because you have similar values. Your values are the same. If your values are the same, a lot of things can be okay. I mean, definitely you gotta have good sex. Like if you're not, you know, if you're not hitting on that level, then either you need to work on it or you need to find avenues where y'all can have leeways. That's up to y'all.
So can I ask you a question?
Like,
Really
yeah, go ahead.
So you're telling me that it's hard to stay loyal, and it's not. I wouldn't say it's hard at all, because it's like, yo, both. If I'm dating you, right, all I see is you, right? No other female can replace you. Same.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
hell
wild,
yeah.
that's a wild statement.
Right, I'll give you my prime example, right? When I was down bad dirt at my lowest, right? I had a girl, right? She used to come over here every single day, hold it down, do whatever we needed, pay for the both of us, make sure I was Gucci. Why the fuck would I go out and start wilding on other bitches when she herself is proving how loyal she is to me every single day?
Every single day.
I don't give a fuck what other bitches are doing at that point.
Yeah.
But that's you though.
But
I know it's you, but this is an example. Even with the polyamory, right? My counter argument would be that at least one or multiple people in those relationships are unhappy with each other, and the fact that they're unhappy with each other but are unable to separate from each other, or why that they seek the same acceptance and love that they wanted. I'll give you. I can't even give you names, but I'll give you a prime example. I know a couple. They hate each other, at each other's throats every single day, keep talking to somebody else. But when it really comes down time to it, they be like, oh yeah, you know, I wanted this from him, or I wanted this from her. And it's like, you can't get that, so just fucking leave. It has nothing to do with your mating. You want the love from this one person because you spent an extra amount of time that you shouldn't have on this person, and it didn't work out the way you wanted to. And you're afraid of rejection in the future, so you feel like the only way to go get that new level of acceptance and love from another bitch is to do it behind your first bitch's back, when it clearly ain't the case. It's like, yo, my fault. And then my third thing I wanted to get on was with the society thing. Society itself is the reason why I wouldn't do any of that shit. Bro, am I really about to walk around with 7 baby mothers? Hell no. Hell no.
7?
I don't give a
7. I don't know about 7. I'm not.
So what do you?
No. All right. No. Because
fuck.
All right.
I'm not doing it. My fault. Go ahead, though.
So okay.
7 is
Let
crazy.
me go with. Let me break it down. Let me ask you real quick so I can confirm, and then I can really go at it. The first step is, why is, as an individual, as a male, or just an individual, why am I going to go out when I have an individual that is doing so much for me, that is giving me their all? That's basically, I guess you could say, your argument one. Argument one was your example of the fact.
Not even just that, but it's like, that goes into my first point. I'm not going to be with you if I don't see a future with us. Right. We're long past the age where I'm just getting together with you to fuck. It's like, we're here for the long term.
Yeah.
Regardless of whoever steps into my life, whoever steps into your life, at the end of the day, I made a commitment to be with you.
Rather than
So
regardless of hormones, and that goes into my other thing. You're a grown fucking man. What do you mean
Okay.
my hormones? You're not a teenager.
Yeah.
Get over it. Yeah, the bitch has a fat ass. A lot of bitches have fat asses. Bitch, my fucking
well,
ex
we
would be
got
like,
science. You can get you
her
can
ass,
get
her ass
to my
is
girl.
fat. I'm like,
You can get one. That's
But-
funny. That's fine.
But it's other it's
Poor
other
ass bitch.
it's
So like, why am I looking at it?
it's
Right.
other it's other
But
things.
go ahead, though, I'm sorry.
It's other things within
Let's-
that
let's-
too. Also, it's like
Yeah,
it's like yo, you don't even. First off, you could date a girl who's an average looking girl, and she could be the best girl you ever had in your life.
best.
That's true.
Because looks is gonna go away regardless, and that's another thing people don't realize in today's age. And even back then, they're always going for looks. You feel me? Why don't you go for the shit the first time? Because you know her values aren't there, and when her shit ain't matching up with yours, you want to find something else, but it'd be too late.
But that's essentially the situation. Like, all right. So before I get into that, your second argument was, if I remember
Look, you're
correctly,
a grown man and stop using hormones as an excuse. Real shit.
and your third
there ain't
argument was
no reason for you to wanna-
essentially society
can-
has given you a reason to not
even just
society gives you the blueprint that you live within. That's basically
not even just society, but like you said with your parents and shit. You could say like half of the males in my family fuck multiple bitches. They have multiple baby moms, all that, right? Why the fuck would I want to do it just because I see my pops doing it as an example?
As an example, yeah.
because
Right? But then wait, no, get this. But then meanwhile, I'm growing up seeing how my mother is responding to him having another family. Because now I get both sides of the coin. It's like, yeah, oh, okay, pops, you're a big pimp. You got two families, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, you're
But then on
wild.
the other hand, wait, you have to go take care of that other family, and niggas over here get neglected.
Yeah.
What type of shit is that?
I
And
understand.
then for me to do it to somebody else is crazy.
Okay.
Crazy as shit.
So-
Feel me? I will never give more than one bitch a kid. And that's on me, bro. That's on me. For that exact reason. It had
Okay.
nothing to do with society. It's 100% person. You feel me? Even when I got older, my uncles and shit were like, yo, bro, you're dumb handsome. Go out there and fuck more bitches.
And it's like,
Y'all
nah,
wanna go
bro.
step up-
And
stepping on my bro.
it's like once you find that,
Like-
I wouldn't even call that girl the one, but you have a feeling like,
Right?
yo,
She's
bro.
not even no woman. It's just bro. Like, go ahead,
Yeah.
bro. Go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead, bro.
like you can have that feeling like 100%. Even the girl I dated that I always say like I kind of hated down the line. It was just down the line starting to hate. It was, but in the beginning, it was nothing but love, nothing but love. Where it was 100%. I'm not talking to nobody else. I'm looking at you the whole time.
Looking at you. Any
Every day.
feel like, yo, I'll give you a prime example, right? Let's say I do see a girl with a fat ass. You know what I'm gonna go do? I'm gonna dick my girl down. That's it. I'm like, yo, her shit was crazy. Oh my god. And then that's it. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna forget about the bitch because she's not here with me right now.
Yeah.
She's not gonna be there for me when I'm at my lowest. She's just a
All
bitch.
right, so all right,
But go ahead though.
I have. That was a lot of shit though.
But it is like that.
I agree.
A lot of shit. I get you.
I agree with 90% of that stuff because we grew up in a Western society, so necessarily like Christian Cathology and is it Cathology? Am I using that word right? I really forgot the word. Anyway, Christianity, we learned a lot from Judeo-Christian rules, morals, ethics. Bible has been at least thrown around in our lifetime. If it hasn't, I don't know how you went through life without hearing about the Bible, at least the basics of it. So I understand, and that's pretty much practiced
But see, no, that's where
across
I'm
America,
now.
across Western society.
That's what I'm trying
So
to separate it
that's-
now. It has nothing to do with the Bible morals. And you would know that because a lot of people our generation don't believe in God. Or they, shun him. I'm not gonna talk
You're
about
right,
anybody
but they don't shun the morals and the lessons that they have given because that's the bedrock of our society. So
Are you dead ass right now?
I'm being honest. I'm being honest.
I don't
I'm being honest.
know.
Hold on. Because if that was the case,
I'm listening to Unique. I'm
because
listening to you.
because I know a lot of atheists. But they still try to be good to their people, their fellow neighbors. They still try to do good for others.
What does that have to do with morals of being Christian and not just morals?
Because the objective moral lessons that come from Christianity in the Bible are always learned in a majority of individuals. We practice them daily. We don't even realize to a degree.
So what you're saying is, if I don't believe in God and I don't want to follow the rules of the
Christian Bible,
to just be a shit individual to everybody else.
Say it again.
Not even just
sorry, say it again.
Standpoint. I was like, so what you're saying is, if I choose to renounce the Bible, God and His ways, that gives me leverage to act like a shit individual.
If you renounce the Bible, does it give you
the leeway to be shitty, to act like, I don't give a fuck about the next person? Because you're saying the morals to be a good person is rooted in Christianity and Catholicism.
I'm saying it's rooted because we live in a society where the majority of individuals, that is to say, from previous generations that have taught us, that have relayed to some degree the same messages in that Bible. It's basically moral relativism. Like in your area, in your society, there's certain moral rules that you all practice and you all agree to some degree. That's what makes sense. If you go to like a place where Sharia law is like absolute or near absolute, like in the Middle East, that's a whole different story. They don't practice the same things, similar, but they don't practice the same things. Even the people that don't agree with and follow in being a Muslim, they still practice a lot of their stuff because of that's where they grew up in. It's not that you can't move to somewhere else and develop some of their things, but you've been around that so much that you've developed a way of seeing with that framework. So that's why I'm saying when it comes to America, even though we're atheists, to some degree, because a lot of people say that there is no God and, they're atheists. That's not what atheism is. It's just, you don't have proof and you need proof. That's what atheism is.
Isn't that agnostic and not atheist?
Huh?
Isn't that agnostic?
No. Agnostic is to say that there is a God to some degree, that there is a higher being. Atheism in a low sense, or in a, let's say like in a strong sense, a strong argument, and a weak argument, or not a weak argument, but let's say a hard argument in a soft argument. Soft argument for atheism, or soft atheism, is basically saying I don't have proof, so I withhold judgment. A strong one is saying like there is no God. Like that's basically the difference between them. That's why there's a separation between. But
okay, I get you.
Tangent.
So to come back to the point, fact.
I'm saying that because we live in a society where Catholicism was widely practiced and accepted, we have the framework, be good to thy neighbor, be respectful, that has shaped our laws, because we'll be realistic, it has shaped our laws, and it also has shaped how individuals interact with each other. Like I'd say when it comes to how we interact with each other, it follows a lot with what the Bible transcribes. Not exactly, but a lot of it comes from it. That's why I'm saying when it comes to like how we see relationships, how we see that type of stuff, dating and so on and so forth, being monogamous, is because we've lived in a society where that is to some degree the goal, is to be with one person and stay with one person.
And that's also why I
to some
bring
degree
my
has a great deal of benefit.
That's why I also bring my counter argument, because my familial situation has nothing to do with the structure of how our society was built. My dad decided to have one family, and then he went and decided to have another family, and I was a part of family number 2. So growing up, I had to see the repercussions of my father.
Right.
You feel me? I had to watch my mother complain to me about her other family. Nothing to do with religion, because after 7 years old, we stopped going to church, you know. And I'm not saying she doesn't believe in God. What I'm saying is that whole situation was not revolving around religion. It was just one man's choice and how every party involved had to deal with the aftermath of it. You know, so growing up, I too had a choice. I could be like, yo, here's the route. Here's like the other males that I know. Okay, yes, I have this girl that's mad loyal, mad everything. She gives me whatever I need. She gives me money. She pays for my shoes. She gets me a new house. I can go down that route with this girl. And then the second I see another bitch out the window, I can say, yo, you know what? The shit I have here is good, but she's looking better. All because of my hormones.
Okay, so
Or-
if we're gonna go down that route, we're going down that route because I can't speak on your your subjective experience, but
that is true. That is true.
I can take the framework. I'll take the framework.
I have had a lot of subjective.
So when I say that religion has given us the framework, it's not to say that, that the religion itself is what creates and makes us do certain things to a strict T. It's not like we're gonna follow in everything. Obviously, there's gonna be some leeway. So I say, while to some degree that we have certain lessons and we accept it, be good to thy neighbor, marriage to some degree might not be, or being loyal to one person might not be the concrete lesson that an individual takes. They might take another lesson that we've learned from one, our community, and one, the primary religion that influences our society. So in a sense, for individuals that do cheat and do have multiple relationships, and to say, well, that's even though religion was there, he still did these things. Well, that's because we're human, and that's because some individuals choose not to take responsibility
with the religion framework. It's just you are an individual that wants to make that choice.
Yeah, you can be
right,
not
and
like,
I agree with you.
Can I
of course.
can I get into this?
Hell yeah.
So
Let's go, bro.
You can be a Christian man and still have sex with every woman in the world.
Oh,
I agree. Yes, definitely.
You still can.
What the hell?
You still can.
Okay.
So the religion part is not really a thing about. It's nothing about that. It's just about the person itself. The person.
No, it's a factor.
The person. No, it doesn't.
It is a fact. No. Because you can't say no. You can't say no. You cannot look at any society and say that this is not a factor. This is how you live.
So Muslims.
If this is not how you live, this is how everyone else around you lives. You have to interact within that framework. If individuals,
I can
cheating,
be. Listen,
but on that note, all pastors shouldn't
religious
be out
area.
there.
They're gonna shun you to some degree. You won't be able to interact with them.
That's the crazy part of your argument, because what Trey is saying is that it is the pastors. It is the people that you would think would most uphold these values.
Yeah,
that are the ones doing the most.
That would first off, if any of that is true, Unique, pastors wouldn't be touching little boys. Come on, Unique. Religion doesn't have nothing to do with that. It's the person. I
understand.
Unique.
I understand.
But you
individual. No.
But we're not talking.
Okay, let's get back to the topic.
All right. Mm-hmm. We're not talking about exact individual. We're talking about the mass majority of individuals. If we're talking to people on YouTube, we have to talk in a general sense. We could talk in specific in a subjective sense, or in what we read on paper about one individual priest in a good deal of a number of priests that do what you've described that they do.
And what I'm saying,
as a general, you could be the general that we're speaking to.
Okay,
you could be.
We still live with religion to some degree. Not that we're religious, but we take a lot of moral lessons.
You could be you could be 100%, right? You could be 100% a religious person, or 100%. You could be, I praise the Lord, I praise everything, right? But you could still be outside doing the same thing. You could still be
You're
outside.
you're sinning Monday through Saturday, and you go repent on Sunday, and you feel like just because you did that, like you're absolved.
But
And I'm not arguing if it works or not. It's just that's what a lot of people in our society do instead of taking the moral values, acting upon it.
and
What I'm saying now to even dodge away from the religion, that's a very charged topic.
Okay.
Is that a lot of people that do seek out those other relationships, those other people, end up being unhappy. There's a lot of fucking I don't want to call them censuses, but there's a lot of pools of individuals that people surveyed that will say this. They say, yeah, I'm unhappy in my relationship. This unhappiness causes me to do this.
Right.
It just, X equals Y. And on one hand, I understand, it's very animalistic of us, like other animals, like a lion or some shit, or a fucking king seal, a walrus. They'll fuck multiple partners, right? But then it's like, we're of a higher intelligence. Why am I comparing myself to a mammal that doesn't have
to walrus, to any of those things intelligent?
But you
wise?
have to.
So,
I mean,
we
on
can
a-
compare
on a
ourselves, but
base
we have
thing,
to
you
stop
to.
right there because it's like that's like saying I have no higher level of control of my own faculties, that I'm just a base slave to my basic desires, and that is to eat, sleep, and fuck, and that isn't us.
I agree
anymore.
with you.
You know what I mean?
agree with you. I'm not like that's the extreme. That's the extreme to say that we're like completely animal, that we have only instinct and that.
Not even just the extreme. That's
It's not
just in a
even that.
general
Like,
sense.
but we have to accept that it is a factor. We have to accept that a good deal of individuals, regardless of if they're happy or not, are in relationships, because majority of individuals aren't going to be in happy relationships. So these thoughts are going to come into their head. But it's the fact that they have to understand, like, well, why is this the case? Why are my hormones, so on and so forth, acting up? And this is what they led me to think. This thought popped into my head because of so and so reasons.
And then that leads to the
Because I
choice
am
again.
human and I am animalistic. I do have hormones. Like, I am an animal. So if we look at ourselves like animals and we use our higher brain activity, our higher brain function to say, well, I am an animal, but I do have the ability and the responsibility to say, well, you know what? I can do this. I can become this. I can choose not to do this. And I have the will, if they do it correctly, to not do this. But I think it would be disingenuous of us to say that, well, you're a higher human. You shouldn't be able to do this. I think we should say you're a higher human. You do also have these animalistic tendencies, but you can control them and we can explain later how you control them, but you can control them.
And honestly, that's it.
Yeah.
That's just, you're human, regardless of your. That's like me saying, because I feel angry, I need to take it out on everybody.
Right.
No, the fuck I don't.
Yeah.
Just because I'm horny doesn't mean I have to hit up this bitch that's not my girl to get something off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have my thing is religion doesn't have nothing to play with that at 100%.
At all.
At all. It
I
has
don't know.
But
no.
I do like the discourse. I do like the discourse.
Because religion, religion is just like you can be Muslim and just be outside wilding. You can be.
That is, but you do realize that in Orthodox, as far as I know, in Orthodox Muslim religion, you do know that is a polygamous religion, right?
Oh yes, we know. And
Yeah, that is. So
like
to some degree, that is technically how you can do things. That is an option, and it's an option that, as far as I understand, a good deal of individuals partake in if you subscribe to that religion. Like, there has to be a conscious acceptance.
Okay,
that's why there's responsibility in this.
Let's come back to the West and where it isn't accepted for the most part, right?
It isn't. Yeah.
Let's say you're in a relationship. Let's say you're in a long-term relationship, and your girl comes up and says to you that she cheated on you with your best friend.
Right.
What is your response?
gonna be hella upset. What the fuck?
But
That's understandable. I'd be hella upset.
but what is your response to that?
Yeah, that's it. Just
You
what is your response?
Oh, what's my response?
Yeah.
She cheated on you with your best friend.
Damn. I'm just gonna leave her. I'm gonna be fucking angry. I'm gonna leave her. That's about it. You know.
Well, why not use the same arguments and things you're using on us? Wait, you're just human. It's in your nature, your hormones. Matter of fact, it was the societal rule, and you tried to uphold the societal rule, but you failed.
But
well, no, hold on. I never said that. That's like the only thing.
Well, not a societal rule, but like you tried to act out in the framework, and it didn't work. And unfortunately, I was the one that had to be on the receiving end of that. Why not have that response?
Because truthfully,
because that hurts.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Repeat it again, because I'm getting swamped up in my own head. So if you can repeat it again, and I can give you a good answer.
Of course, bro, and I'm gonna give you some breathing time. Your long-term relationship. Matter of fact, you're married to this woman. She comes in. She tells you she cheated on you with your best friend.
That's it.
Now, using your logic, what we talked about for the past few minutes, why not stay and understand that she's just human, acting on her instincts?
Because to some degree, you also have to take responsibility. That's why I also said at the end of it, no, because I said factors. Hey, Trayvon, don't do that. Don't do that. You heard me. I said factors. I never said it's totality. I never said it's total thing. I said factors.
Did I say something?
No, because I can see you winding up. My guy. It's over. F out of here. I see you winding up to be like, no, you can't do that. I said factors because I choose my words, bro.
No, go ahead. You got the floor. You got the floor.
I say it's factors, and the reason I chose that is because I'm in a different things that I choose from different paths. So yes, while I do subscribe to the moral rules that we generally follow to some degree, I also am an individual, so I'm going to act in an individual person. I'm animalistic, but I also have morals and rules that I choose to uphold. So I have a responsibility to myself to decide how I should react. So it's not that I give complete leeway to individuals that do or do not cheat, and whether they stay in the relationship. I say, well, we have to look at everything, and we have to judge and ask them on an individual level. While, I'm speaking on a general level in society, it influences the individual in just variety of ways. So that's what I'm saying. These pieces are factors on why I choose to do this.
Facts. I'm getting you there. It's just, over the past 20 minutes, you told me all about how if somebody wanted to be polygamous, right, that it's just within their human nature to be polygamous.
Yeah, it's part of them to some degree. Yeah, it is.
Okay, so what if that just happened? That was it. It just happened to you.
So
if it did happen to me, then I have the choice. Then I have the choice to walk away.
So her religion, but
why not understand? Why not understand that it's just human nature?
Because it's also human nature to have long-term mates. That's why I said all of those things.
Wait, but I thought that was a religious thing that you said. I thought that was
I said that's part. I said that's a framework that it works in. But I also said scientifically that it is proof that there's long-term, short-term, polygamous, polyandry. I said all this.
Of course,
listen,
but I said all this, that these are things that are in us, that they're different types of mating procedures, way we do things. This is a part of us. So it's to say you do have the degree to stay in a long-term relationship. You also have, to some degree, a biological need to stay with one person or to have multiple people. But it is science. It is, to some degree, we can rely on it to form our opinion, our argument around. That's what I was basically saying. Because that was my argument. That was about it.
No,
It's
go ahead,
just
Joel.
it led up to multiple
heard
things.
Trey.
Like I had to defend my whole thing
chat.
and my whole argument
Listen,
from
listen,
the
listen,
ground up.
listen,
I'm ready
listen.
for it. I don't mind,
This
but
is
like
gonna be
you know,
this is gonna be a highlight moment, and we're gonna catch
We go
Unique.
Joel.
We're gonna catch Unique. All right, we're gonna catch Unique, and his multitude of religion has to do with you being
Bro,
loyal.
listen.
No.
I
Is that it's
deciding on a philosophy major. This is the realm that I live in. So when it comes to this type of stuff, religion, philosophy,
You don't even believe in religion. You don't even have a religion. So how are you gonna use religion in the argument?
because that's what we're talking to the general. I'm not
Because,
talking
yeah,
about
that's
my.
what- that's
I'm
what
not
our
talking
higher
about
power allows.
like in the sense of what I believe in. I'm just saying in the general. Like I still believe that I should be good to you even though I don't know you, or I should be good to someone that I don't know. That doesn't just come from nowhere. Like before Catholicism, to some degree, people were somewhat assholes. I mean, you did have to be somewhat secure about how you do things, but it was asshole like ruling an area. Like I could take your stuff, and if I'm stronger than you, if I got people, I can hurt you. The religion essentially tries to, make us subscribe to rules. That's basically what it is. So I've lived on that. My father was Christian for a very long time. My grandmother, freaking my other family members. My sister was at one time. I don't know if she is still. If you are, just leave a comment. So I.
If you are, just leave a comment.
So,
What?
so essentially, even though I'm not religious, I still follow the same thing that our general public still follows. So I mean,
I hear it. I hear it. I hear it.
So I mean,
facts.
I hear you, but it's still not registered for me.
It's still not registering. All right,
yeah.
that's fine. That's fine. I mean, for the viewers, it might register. For the viewers, it might register.
For me, you can be the most religious person in the world and still be doing anything that these normal niggas are doing outside. It does not matter.
I agree with you.
It does not.
I agree with you 100%.
It doesn't matter. I know. Because you could be a full on gay member and be religious and be like, yeah, I'm still, bro. You could be.
Hold on. Wait, hold on. I actually have a question. No. Because I have a question. Okay, so what? No. Because then are you religious, Trayvon?
No.
You're not religious. Okay.
Not super religious, but I do kind of like. I'm not 100% like, oh yeah, 100% like, I'm not going to church every day. I'm not doing that.
No. So you're agnostic, correct? Let's say like you just believe that there is a higher power.
Yeah.
Let's just go with that. Okay. Then what's the reason why you're not interested in multiple women?
Because that's just not. I've lived in a household that was never like that. I lived in a household that my father was with my mother basically my whole life. So it's like,
okay.
I've never seen my dad with other women.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Okay. For my answer, it's pretty much the same thing on top of the fact that I've seen both sides of the coin. It's like, okay, my selfish actions will actually fuck up this person's mental state. And regardless on if I believe in God or not, that's a fucked up move to make that will sit with me for a majority of my life.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't sit with me for a majority of my life, that's how I know I'm really an asshole. It's like, yes, I could have multiple women. I'm not saying I'm ugly. I'm handsome as shit. But at the bottom line, it's like, yo, am I really about to step out on this bitch for one night and then fuck up 10 years worth of relationship? 10 years of building with one person? 10 years of 10 years of her seeing me at my highest, my lowest, my midpoint, my good, my bad, my shitty, my fucking angry, my sad, my happy, my ecstatic, just for one bitch that I probably will never talk to again after we fuck?
Yeah.
I can't do it. That's all. That's just all. And I feel like it has nothing to do with no societal framework. No, nothing. It's just yo, that's a crazy move. Because for all that, I can just be single and go find those multiple partners.
Yeah.
I don't have to bring one home to keep, and vice versa. It's like yo, why are you bringing a slut home? I don't mean to call them sluts, but just in general, it's like if I was a slut, why would a woman want me? Pretty much, like I'm known to cheat, or like let's look at these celebrities, Oh yeah, let's look at these celebrities. Prime example, Cardi B and what's this nigga's name
Offset.
from Migos? Offset. He cheated on her. Whole story came out. It's crazy. Blah 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 blah. See, that'd be another thing. It's like that is public embarrassment.
That is.
Like, yo, I put my full trust in you to not do one thing. And not only did you do it, but now it's public knowledge that I have to be aware of every single day.
Yo,
like, oh yeah.
Yo, did you cheat on Cardi B?
Oh yeah. Hey yo.
Yeah.
Right. Or if I'm Cardi B, it's like, yo, didn't he cheat on you? Why are you taking that back?
In the butt of the joke is always, yeah, didn't your husband cheat on you? The butt of the joke is always
right. Your husband cheated on you.
and then he faked like he didn't do it by saying that his phone and stuff like that was hacked.
Right. And then going back into my other case, it's like, yo, right, I done spent multiple years with you, going through all these different life events, all these emotions, all these highs and lows. So much so that I put a ring on you and said, yo, you're the one that I want to stick this out with. Just to rescind on my statement because my hormones are now suddenly out of control.
Yeah. Because you decided to get drunk too much that one night, and you decide to sleep with this girl. Like, yo, you can have if why.
Like, I'm not saying you can't look at other women, right?
Yeah.
Of course, it's gonna happen. As you're saying, right? It's natural. And as I said earlier, I did it. I'm not gonna lie.
Everybody looks at everybody's looking. But no,
right.
But as long as
to act on it, go ahead, Trey.
It's the same thing as you going shopping. You when you go to all these like places and stuff like that, you be window shopping a lot, right? You're gonna look at these, you're gonna be like, yo, that looks wow nice, but then you're gonna be like, you know what, I'm not gonna buy it because you wanna know why? Because I already have these other things at home.
At all. And
I mean,
that really goes into my case about the unhappy. Because it's like, if I'm happy and I'm doing what I can do for her, she's doing what she does for me. And even though we may not necessarily click all the time or even fuck with each other on a daily basis, the fact that we still have this rock solid connection that nobody, quote unquote, nobody can break is enough reason for me to want to be like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to just withhold my end of this bargain. Mm-hmm. And if I'm wrong on it, then I was wrong.
Let me ask you a question.
Of course.
No. Let me ask you a question because this is leading somewhere that I really wanted to kind of talk about.
Okay.
When y'all say that there's the one, are you saying that this individual was destined for you?
No.
When y'all say the one, that
I didn't mean to laugh, but go ahead.
But that's
it's out there. And, hold on. Let me. And second, do you think that that person is the only individual that matches those values for you?
Question one, no, I don't believe there's the one. I feel like there could be someone that you fuck with. It's like, yo, my prime example, right? I had a girl. You saw me at my lowest, at my worst, and you still chose to stick it out with me. That's something all of these bitches will not do. Let's just keep it a whole stack with you. None of them are doing that. Go ahead. The example. Go ahead. Go.
Oh, you want personal example? Because we go personal.
If you feel like that's a common trait between individuals of today, be my guest and say yeah, that's something that you see often.
It's not
because I don't. Oh no, not often. You just said like None of these people. That's what I went. That's what I like.
Oh, okay, sure. A good 15%. Let's be real. Because once you're at your lowest, you ain't got no bread, you ain't got no work. Who's really there for you? Besides just to be there to rip on.
Like, my wife is a perfect example. Like, Crownless, Trey, you know me. Like, before this, I was struggling to find a job. I was struggling to like have any credible, like, noteworthy merit or just any type of experience. And I met my wife. I told her this stuff, and I was like, look, listen, I'm not in the best place possible. I'm at groundwork right here. I'm at the ground right now. I'm at the ground right now. I'm down bad soldier.
Let's take
and
10 women.
She still stuck with me. And it to some degree got worse, but she still was with me, and she was still doing her part to help me become a better person.
100%.
So I'd say it's a lot. There's a lot. I'd say the type of women that me and you have our experience with, that have stuck through the difficult, the bad, the situation where they have assisted you in staying, in moving past that tribulation, that trial or tribulation.
And that kind of goes into my point where there isn't the one, but more so y'all grow into a couple that'll stick through with each other. Because let's take what you just said and rewind the clock a bit, right? Let's say we're both fresh out there in the dating game, but now we're already off on the wrong foot. We got no job, no money, no work coming in, no nothing. Out of 10 women, how many women do you think want to give you the time of day at that point?
Not a lot.
Realistically, at my lowest, like, I got nothing.
You have no money, you have no job, you're with your mom, you got nothing to your name.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be realistic, because I don't know my experience. Out of 10,
just out of 10, out of 10.
Out of 10, I want to say a hefty 3. I'm gonna say a hefty 3, and I'm stretching it. Like, I'm being very optimistic. A 3. Anyone that says that there's a 6 or 5 or 4, they're bugging crazy.
The only way,
but I'm gonna say 3, and I'm gonna only say 3 because there's only 3 individuals, the 3 type of individuals that will choose to give someone that has nothing to their name a chance. Those that are thirsty as hell and have no other option. Like, I'm talking about no other option. Those will
I'm gonna stop you right
because
there.
they can only get you.
I'm gonna be really real with you. Girls have all the options all the time. Let's be really honest now.
I thought so. I thought so too.
They gotta post. They just gotta post it up.
I thought so too, but it's not the case, because it's changing now. And it's changing because there's a lot of these influencers that are putting, like, fabrications into niggas' heads, thinking like I don't know about no Fresh and Fit, but Fresh and Fit, they come to mind. they come to mind. They come to mind. So it's kind of like that.
I value males.
Everyone's joking on them, so I'm gonna joke on them too. I don't care.
Oh, hell yeah.
But I'm gonna be honest. The ones that really don't have an option, like, they can choose to go with certain individuals, but it's kind of like saying those individuals, if they're higher than me, they're gonna look at those women and be like, do I really want you? Or I can get somebody on my level. That's basically what I'm saying. Like, the women that have no choice, they have no option. Let's say in a higher level than you, that's gonna look down and be like, yeah, I'll pick you. The second is mentally ill. And I say mentally ill as in the sense of, to some degree, individuals aren't going to go near them as much because they are either unstable, they technically can't hold connections very well. And so you got those individuals, those women are going to look at you and be like, well, you might accept me for who I am, with all my flaws. I might as well go with you. And the other ones are the empathetic ones. Either the ones that are visually seeing potential in you and they're willing to put in the effort. Those are the healthy ones. Those are the only ones that I say are truly rare. Those are the rare ones. the ones that are actually gonna be like, I'm gonna build you. I'm gonna be there with you, but you need to put in the work. I ain't gonna sit here and allow you to just bank off my own life or bank off me. You need to put the work in, do something. It don't matter, but you need to progress. That's where I'd say, where I can agree with you. Those are like the rarest. You don't find them out of here. So
I get you. Yeah, that's pretty much it. What was your second question? I forgot.
Yeah, my second question was damn, that was pretty much my whole.
I remember the first one was do you think there's a one, and then there was part 2 to it.
Yeah, do you think that there's a one, and do you think that they are the only ones that match your values? I think that was what it was.
Okay. Part 2, no, because there's about roughly nearing 8 billion people on this planet.
Right.
Like, there's people that don't match your values everywhere. We already see it. That's why there's so many social bubbles. People all just sharing the same opinions and values and moral high ground. You see it everywhere.
Right.
Facts. But when we're talking on an intimate, personal, I see your flaws, you saw mine, and I'm still here, that is not going to be around, even in your social circle. So for there to be a one, no. Because there isn't anybody that 100% is matching my energy, matching my frequencies, and thinking everything I do the exact same way. And even if there was, it's like, I don't want to date myself. Like, that's weird. So, plus, also, like you said, also like we established earlier, everybody has wildly different experiences. And each individual experiences shape them who they are today. So not one person is going to have the exact same views as me, or the morals, or just anything to my extent. They could in some aspects, but for everything, no. For the one, it has to be built. It's like, not even just trials and tribulations, but like, we done seen so much. Not even just so much. Like, for me to feel like somebody is a one, I would probably have to have taken it anywhere between 5 to 10 years. And then I really have to sit there and sit myself down and say, out of all the other women that I've seen before or since, is she it for me? Is she the one that I feel like has my back through thick and thin? One that I can trust? One that I can lay my head down at night and be vulnerable to? Because again, like, pussy is everywhere. But a woman that you can sit and be like, I'm going to cry. That's another thing. Niggas can't cry for the most part. Just in general. You can't go outside and be like, emotion, I'm vulnerable.
Yeah, you pretty much can't do that.
You can't. You no woman's going to come up to you after you do that. If you do that, it's over. Your dating life is over.
But they can empathize with you. But I'm talking true, intimate, like, you need to be held right now. Like, regardless of what the society feels of you. Like, I'll just use my example as an example. You're a tall black man. Society would say, why the fuck are you crying? Whereas my wife, my rock, whatever you want to call it, would say, you know what? Come rest your head. Take a rest. Be vulnerable for a second. That's what I want. That's what I would look for in a one, because I would match that same energy times 10. It's like, society's really weighing on you right now. Work is beating you down. All these niggas hounding you for sex is beating you down. As we established earlier, I'm not fucking Scott Pilgrim. I can't fight every nigga. We all know that. We all know that for every individual case, niggas will try your girl. But like, either she's gonna stay solid or she's not. I would want somebody to stay solid so that I can be like, you know what? Come to me. I got you. Be vulnerable. Take a rest. Lean on me. Same way I lean on you. And then if we can be like that and build upon it throughout years, as well as seeing other shit. Like, for example, I'd have never been anywhere out of the States. We going out the States, we seeing sightseeing, not just that, because, you can do that with any bitch.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, if I'm doing that with you, that would be the perfect way to put it. You came from seeing me at my lowest, and now we're here, seeing all this grand shit, all this amazing shit that we built upon. Then yeah, that's my rock. That's my ride or die. My girl.
Okay,
You know.
so
But
my-
to call her the one, I would say no, because it's like that goes into a destiny thing, and I feel like no, there is no preordained destiny other than the fact that we're all gonna die one day. You know, that's the only destiny shared between us, in my opinion. You're gonna you give birth, you grow up, and then you die. Some people die, unfortunately, younger than others. Go ahead. What's the other constant in the universe other than we all die? I mean, we all pay taxes, but that is the destiny. Your destiny is that one day you will be 6 feet under or cremated. You know, and people, they can go throughout their whole lives not believing it, but then they're still gonna wind up dead. You know,
I think
anywhere in between your birth and your death is not determined by anything other than outside. I'll give you a prime example. You're born. You know nothing of the world. Everything's already preordained for you by your parents. Now skip to 18. Your parents say, you know what? Go do whatever the fuck you want. So you know what I'm gonna do? Whatever the fuck I want. It's not some pre-built plan that has me say, okay, you know what? At age 20, I'm gonna do this. It's just there's a series of choices, and depending on what choices you make, there will be this effect. If you don't work for 8 years, you're not gonna be in the best stable position for yourself financially. That's just the cause and effect. And then after that cause and effect will be a new cause. Go ahead.
I don't agree with that. Because what you're saying now is that you're essentially saying that we have free will, that we have free choice, that we can choose to start something.
Let's look at our previous conversation.
We could start something.
Your girlfriend has the choice to cheat on you, right? She has the choice to do that.
Hold on.
She has the will to cheat on you, right?
I don't agree with that because let's use your example. No. Let's use your example.
Yeah.
Let's use your example of how you said, well, you're born, your parents had this rule for you, and then when they tell you to, but you have to understand to some degree, before that, your parents talked to somebody, and they were like, well, you know, when you have a child, you know, I see you have a baby right now, you're pregnant,
okay,
that you should do this for your child. They take that exact example.
So let's put it on a smaller level.
Because of something, it was something that happened before them. So it's.
Let's use a smaller example.
Cause effect. It is destiny, because these things already led up. They're leading up. Each step.
So what you're saying is it's all preordained.
Because if they didn't happen, you wouldn't be here.
So what you're saying is everything is preordained from when you're born to when you die.
Eventually, yes. They're outside of. They're out. No. No.
Listen.
Because when you think of something,
Listen.
Because when you think of something, you only choose. Because you only choose between the options that you are given, but you do not start an option without what's the word?
So you didn't have the free will to put that black shirt on.
You cannot do something without you at least having the options to do them. So the
options are.
Let's say you woke up one morning, everything was pretty much working the same day, but a fire started in the middle of your not yourself.
But
in the middle down the street where you get your chicken every single day.
To happen.
You get your sandwich every single day. This happened because the guy left the stove on and gas was running.
And that was destined to happen, is what you're saying. Let's go back to
it was destined to happen because the guy left the stove on. The guy left the stove on because he didn't get no sleep. He didn't get no sleep because he worked 12 hours. He worked 12 hours because his boss got from his boss So you see the
Trey, you
cause
hear
and
this?
effect, the
This
line
sounded,
kept on
it
going.
sounded like
So there's only a choice.
and not destiny. It's the cause leading to the effect. Not that it was preordained.
But it's determinism in its purest form.
Listen,
The
listen,
only
listen.
way, no, because the only
Listen.
way that you can
Listen,
you
let
can
me please
propose
jump in.
free choice. No, because the only way you can support free choice. That's why anyone
Bro, I could give you a
actually
small
gone through the studies of doing this type of stuff.
Whose choice was it to
always
put your
leans
shirt
to
on today?
determinism.
Oh yeah.
They
Who's-
always lead to destiny because
Let's use a smaller example. Whose choice was it to put your shirt on today? Whose choice was it to put your glasses on? Was it preordained by your mother to wear that shirt today? Was it preordained by
no. But it was
Was it
preordained
was it
by
destiny from a higher
by the choices that I've had because of my previous choices that happened because
So
of
you were destined to wear this
causes
black
and
shirt today,
events.
is what you're saying.
The
That's
think of it like this. Just think about it like no.
Don't go
Because
ahead.
think of it
Don't
like
use my
this.
example. Don't use cause and
But you-
effect. Use destiny. You were destined to wear that
What's wrong?
shirt.
Yes, I
Right
was
on.
destined to wear the shirt because there's no other choice.
Yeah.
No. Because there's no other choice. Because what you're saying is that you can start an action out of nowhere. You can do something without any previous
We are-
influence
we
or
are-
force.
Listen.
You
listen.
can't
Yes.
think of something. You can't
Because
think of
that's
something
exactly what I'm
without
saying.
something that already
Because-
was in your head.
Okay,
Or
look at
least
the cause. I'll
influenced
give you that example, right? Here's the cause. Your parents fuck, right? The effect, you're born. The cause, they fuck. Every other effect happens because of that cause.
What
Correct?
we go to the right?
Yes. But what
wanna go to the
happened
right?
before that? Because
Okay.
no, because the only way that you can prove, and this is a debate that's happened between physicists, philosophers.
So
everyone.
my thing
We're
is,
talking
where's
about,
the starting
smartest
point?
people
Starting
that have
point from
actually
that-
tried to break this down. There is no one with a seemingly credible source of background will support a freedom of choice, a free choice. There's
Because
no
I
one that
currently
supports
don't.
that.
I
The
don't-
only
because I
people that
currently
support
don't have
that,
the choice to do
only
this right
people
now.
that support that.
This isn't a choice to pick this key up. I get you. I have no.
But you're
choice.
choosing
no
it
free
because
will.
I'm bringing up the situation.
No.
we're
Of
bringing up
course,
the
of course.
situation.
Hey, I'm agreeing
Led
with
to
you.
this point.
I got no free will.
You-
That's cool.
I'm gonna be honest. It's
Cool.
no. It's the only way
Go
that
ahead.
Fuck, I can't invite you.
only way that you can actually prove this. You can actually prove this. And this is the difference between free choice and determinism. Being able that these things were destined to happen because of previous events is because for you to choose and to show an example that you had the choice is to show another timeline exactly what this would have done all the way to your death.
You think
would
this is
have to
Marvel
show
or something?
Wait,
all that.
why are we
You
getting
would
into
have to
other
show all that.
timelines?
From that point
Why are we getting into
That's-
other timelines now?
because that's the
listen,
only way
listen,
you can
listen.
show that you actually had a choice.
Listen.
That choice was a valid choice.
Listen, this isn't Marvel. This isn't a fictional thing. We're gonna end this episode right
bro,
here.
yo, nah.
because he,
Don't.
he is-
This is why
No, these are
I
good
don't
talks.
have these
These are good
conversations
to have.
with a lot of people
No,
except
but see,
that do
no,
this for a
wait,
living.
that goes into my thing earlier. Don't stay in no fucking thought bubble, bro. Don't stay in the thought bubble where everybody shares the same opinions of you.
because-
Of
This is
course.
good. This is good.
I'm agreeing with you.
No. So
But
what
I
I'm-
do have my aversions to going out of
you're
the bubble.
speaking-
You
you're speaking
should have
blasphemous.
this
You're
conversation.
speaking a
I
little
agree
bit of
with you.
blasphemous, a little bit too much at that moment, because it
I
doesn't.
wouldn't-
I got you. I get you.
Blasphemous.
Because it was
Trayvon,
very, very
if you realize that most intellectuals agree with determinism, that's
I
not blasphemous because blasphemous would be going against the order of what majority of people do, bro.
Wait, the order
It
of
isn't
God.
blasphemous.
Oh, wait,
Like-
that comes into my thing with destiny. It's like, why are we talking about destiny? Something that we quote unquote wouldn't have control over, but our higher power would have control over.
There's no
Right.
higher power in destiny. It's
So
just
why-
the events, it's the events that are supposed to happen. That's what determinism is. That's what determinism is. It's the fact that these things are going to happen. There's proof in that because you only have this one life. You only have this way, and there's only things that are going to happen. They are going to happen. You don't know what they are, but they are going to happen. Free choice is basically saying out of thin air without previous influence. Because if I'm talking to you, asking you to give me an example, you're trying to think of an example. It's not like you just
my
thought about it,
example,
but
my
I'm
example, right?
influencing you by the conversation.
So
Okay,
can I ask a
okay.
question? Wait. So can I ask a question? Was it your destiny to get married?
Yeah, essentially, yes.
It couldn't have
Because
been
it
your
was destiny
destiny.
because
It couldn't
I
have been your
went to
destiny
camp.
if
No, because I went to camp. I met her. I chose the choices that I did because of previous
Wait.
stuff.
Let's bring
Because
up the
of previous
choices. It was
stuff.
your destiny. It's all destiny. Hey,
Yeah, because that's what destiny is. It's the things
listen,
that are supposed to happen.
listen.
It's the
Listen,
things
yeah.
that are supposed to happen that are influenced by a regression of things. That's what it is. My parents didn't choose to come up with my name automatically. They were influenced by previous conversations and by previous things. You just don't spontaneously create something.
The destiny was for you to get married, but in 2018 and or throughout all your life, you was telling us that marriage is stupid.
Yes.
So your destiny was to get married.
I believed it because of my previous interactions and my previous influence. Everything, you're not a blank slate. You know that, right? You do
you're a
have
blank slate
some
when you're born.
precognition
Thank
as
you.
a child, and you're taught multiple things. So these things influence you to choose certain things. That's why when you do something, and that's why when your parents before you're born do something, it influences you in the present. These things constantly influence.
And you're saying all these small
Earth's
actions
formation
are
hit this rock that created a freaking puddle of lava that created the first germ. These things are progressions. These things were supposed to happen.
What you're saying is all
didn't happen, we wouldn't be in this situation to begin with. That's why I say free choice is not a real thing, because you have to show immediately that you instantaneously have, without any influence, have the ability to make a decision purely without influence, which you cannot prove because you are automatically going to have to be influenced by something to do something. When you think about like, yo, I'm bored today, I want to go outside. Well, you're influenced because you're bored. What's the influence do? It causes you to do something. Regardless of what you do, you're going to end up doing something.
And that is what you're saying is destiny, right?
That's what I'm saying is determinist destiny. If we're going with destiny, determinism, it's determined to happen. So yes, destiny. Let's go with that for the purely.
No, I'm saying that
destiny.
because that was the word from word what you said.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. I'm not bringing this out of my ass.
Yes,
now.
we can go with destiny. It is destiny.
So from there, I will just agree to disagree.
Okay.
I enjoyed hearing your opinion, and I do not want you to feel like you cannot ever state your opinion if we were to differ on them.
Yeah.
Oh no, of course. I understand. I differ.
Listen.
No, there was
him exactly.
There was a sentence you just said. You just said this is why I don't say it to people.
Yeah. No. Yes, I do have my aversions to expressing myself. I don't stop myself from doing it, but I do have, the obvious thought and feeling in my head. Like, damn, I shouldn't have done this. But after continuous thought, I still have the conversation.
Listen. This is a great episode of CTU.
That's actually a really good episode.
Yeah, it was great. It was great today.
I'm gonna need you to sleep on it. Unique story. With the big zero. Because he has zero destiny.
That's a fact.
We're gonna keep one.
It all started from zero.
As the bitches, but like I'll give you that.
Zero destiny. Because we're just gonna say that's the that's gonna be when Wednesday's episode is gonna be named Zero Destiny.
Zero Destiny. I like that. I like that. I like that. Zero Destiny. That's
Zero Destiny.
Zero Destiny. Because I guess you don't have the choice to do anything that you want to do, but it's destiny. But we're gonna end it here, and we're gonna end this. It was a great episode, everybody.